if you want to know how to make this wonderful piece of heaven, then my friends, keep on watching. Hello YouTubers, this is your girl naturallymemya. Today I'm gonna show you how to make cremas. A cremas, it's like a Haitian liqueur, so it's very famous in Haiti. If you can make that, trust me, your Haitian friends or anybody that likes sweet liqueur will be your best friend. You'll even get them to help you move. You know, whenever you're moving, all your friends just like scattered. Well, you won't have that problem. You just said, hey, listen, I'm moving. And by the way, I made some cremas. You won't even need to hire a mover. They'll do it all for you. But anyways, so today that's how we're going to learn. So what do we need to make this wonderful liqueur? We need condensed milk. I couldn't find the regular Magnolia one. I only found the condensed milk from the Walmart brand, and it's fat-free. So I tasted it. It tastes good, so that's what's going to happen here. That's what I'm using. Again, we're using condensed milk, evaporated milk. We're going to use 3 types of extract. We're going to be using the anise extract, the almond extract, and the vanilla extract. We're going to use cinnamon, coconut. Yes, this is what coconut looks like. I bought 3 because I wasn't sure if they were good. So hopefully they are. If not, this is going to be a wrap for this video. We're going to need lime. We're going to need nutmeg. I don't like to use powdered nutmeg, so I have the whole nutmeg. Of course, you're going to need your bowls, your mixing bowls. You're going to need a grater. We're going to be using the smaller grit to grate the nutmeg. And this is like a mid tenderizer. Hopefully it can break the coconut. If not, the flour gonna be it. And I'm gonna attempt to measure for you guys. And of course, you're gonna need a blender. Try to use a blender that you use for your smoothie, not the one that you use for your other stuff, you know, your beans, and just use the one for the smoothie, or use a brand new blender because you don't want it to have that aftertaste. Everything that I'm using here are like brand new because I don't like when you get I don't know, a cake or some kind of liquor and it tastes like the old stuff. So I don't like that. So that's what we're gonna be using. And of course, we have some spatulas and mixing spoons, and I have a gallon. I'm going to attempt to make a gallon of them, of the cremas, but I don't know. And then you're gonna need a funnel, of course, and not to forget a cheesecloth. So let's start with it. So the first thing that I'm gonna be doing is crack the coconut. I'm gonna taste the water is usually really good from Haiti, but I don't know about the one from here. Let's see. I don't think that's gonna be working, so we're gonna hit the floor to crack this thing. And then inside of it is the white part of it, which is the meat of the coconut. That's what I'm gonna be using. Okay, so let's do that, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. This is the coconut water. I'm gonna be drinking that. Welcome back, guys. So I just cracked this coconut to retrieve the water inside, and of course you're gonna open it and get what's inside. So I'm gonna do the same thing for all 3 coconuts. A lot of water. Let me see. Yeah, this is not sweet. I like sweet coconut water. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna assume that everybody knows what the inside of an adult coconut look like. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this is the shell of the coconut, and when you take the coconut out of the shell, the back look like this. Okay, so if yours look like this, there's nothing wrong with it. However, for this particular recipe, you will need to peel off the brown part of the coconut so it can be white like this, and then you just cut it into small pieces. Okay, so if yours look like this, it doesn't look like this, there's nothing wrong with it. You just have to remove the back of the shell. So I didn't want to miss this. Okay, so I'm almost done. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off, and then we're gonna continue with the recipe. Okay guys, so let me give you a couple of safety tips, okay? So let me grab one of the shell. So it's easier if you use like a tenderizer to hit on the back of the coconut, so you can kind of like either loosen it, and sometimes depending on the coconut, the shell probably come off and leave you with the meat inside, okay? And secondly, use a knife that's not too sharp, because it could be quite hard trying to cut the brown part of the coconut, okay? Just be careful when you're around knives and sharp objects. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Okay, now the next thing that you do, you take the coconut, put it in a blender. I'm gonna do it in 2 parts. Okay, I've already cleaned all the top of all my cans. So you shake it very well and you open it. I've already opened one, and I'm gonna pour that in there. Okay, and that's what we're gonna use to blend with the coconut. And that this is the evaporated milk, okay? The evaporated milk. Okay. Make sure you get it to the finest one, the puree one. If you have a puree option on your blender, make sure that's the one you use, because you want it to be as fine as possible. Now, after you blend the coconut with the evaporated milk, you take it with a strainer in your mixing bowl, you pour it in there. You see how thick it is, guys? It's supposed to be this thick. Okay, then you're gonna get a spoon, and you're going to get all the juice from the coconut flakes, okay? Make sure you get everything out. By the time you're done, it should be almost dry. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna do the same thing again with the other one, and then we'll take it from there. Okay guys, so I have a couple of tips for you, all right? Make sure the strainer that you're using, that the holes are very tiny, very fine holes, because otherwise, you know, the flakes, the coconut flakes will slip through it, and then it's like a waste of time that, you know, you strain it. And this is what after I strain it all and get all the juice out, this is what it looks like. So I know it is tempting not to add water. Please don't. Please do not add water. If for any reason you're tempting to add water, just put some alcohol in it instead. So what I'm gonna do with this one here, because it still has some good nutrients in there, I'm going to boil it later, strain it, and use it for white rice. I don't throw anything away, okay? So this is it for this one, and let me show you what this looks like. So I'm gonna get the camera now, fixated on this so you guys can see the whole process. The other part was no brainer. It's so easy, a child can do it. But don't let your child do it. I don't want them to cut themselves and then you sue me. But anyways, we're gonna get closer, up close and personal. All right. Okay, guys. So let me show you the consistency of it. Okay. So this is all from the coconut water and the 2 cans of evaporated milk that I use. Now we're gonna pour these into it. So now what I'm gonna tell you guys, make sure you use clean everything, because it has milk. So what happened is that, you know how temperamental milk is, it might spoil the recipe. You know how when milk is spoiled, they get that lumpy, clumpy kind of thing. You don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour about 4 or 5 in this, and then we'll see what the next step is, because I don't want to waste your time on repetition. I cannot say the word, guys. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna put 4 or 5 cans in there, and then we're gonna take it from there. Okay, so I put about 4 for now. 4 cans of milk, of condensed milk, I should say, and then you mix it very well. This recipe is not made to be thick, but if you want it to be thick, you just need to add more evaporated, more condensed milk and probably less evaporated milk in there, and you should be fine. But I don't want it to be too thick. I want it to be just right. Okay, So we're gonna keep mixing, and then we'll see what the next part is. Then after you mix it very well, make sure you taste it. Taste your food. And I kept saying that all the time. Taste your food. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now we're gonna add the extracts. It doesn't matter in which order you added them, just add extracts. This is about, as you can tell, it's 4 tablespoons, which equal a quarter cup. So I don't want all that. I'm gonna put about 1 tablespoon of each of the extracts in there. So again, repetition. So this is the almond. Making 1 tablespoon, and then I'm gonna taste it, and I can adjust it after I tasted it. All right, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna continue mixing. Mix, 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 mix. Okay, and then we're gonna add some, what do you call that? Cinnamon. Let me make sure the spoon is dry. So I'm gonna start with a tablespoon. I'm gonna start with a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then I will adjust if it needs. Then you mix, mix, and mix. Keep mixing. Don't worry about the all this thing. We're gonna drain it later on. Okay, I feel like 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, it tastes good. It's enough for me because I don't want it to be only cinnamony. But I'm gonna be adding a little more of the anise extracts. Okay, probably another tablespoon of anise extract. Then I will taste it to see what it does, how it tastes. Then we're gonna adjust accordingly. The whole thing about this recipe is like you have to mix, a lot of mixing, Make sure we mix it very well. And then keep tasting it. And if the taste is to your liking, then that's enough. For now, I'm gonna keep it like that. And then of course, the star of the show, our Barbancourt. So I'm gonna go ahead and add, I don't know how much I'm gonna add, but because I'm just gonna add. Okay, let me see. Okay. Let me taste it first and see if it has enough. Hopefully this is not bootleg Barbancourt. So I got this one from ABC Liquor. And I think they also sell it at Target. Let me taste it. Oh no, we need more, man. We need more. More. I want it to be very strong. Let's taste. Let's just go ahead and put it all. Let's put it all, people. Let's put it. No, not all. So I almost put the whole thing. Okay, there's just a little bit left right here. So I put the whole thing, almost the whole thing. So you put as much alcohol as you can tolerate, that you like. So it's to your taste. Okay, now let me go ahead and take, this is the we call it muscade. but it is called nutmegs here. So I'm gonna use the smaller grits, and I'm going to grate some. Be careful with your hand, okay? I grated about half of it right now. I grated, so let me taste it to make sure. Yes, so half is good. Okay, and then we're gonna grate the skin or peel, I don't know what you call it, the skin of the lime, but only the green part. Okay, so be careful, only the green part. And we're gonna do it until the whole thing is done. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you after that. So that's it. We just get the zest of the lime. This is it for the lime, and then we mix it. Some people put sugar. I do not put sugar in mine. So because I want it to be a little bit thicker than that. Oops. Let me rinse my hands. Because I want it to be a little bit thicker than that. So I'm gonna add the remaining 2 cans. So in total I use about 6 cans of condensed milk, almost a bottle of Rum Barbancourt, 1 tablespoon of each of the extract, except for the anise. I use 2 tablespoons of anise. I use, I believe, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and 1 lemon zest, the green part only. And I use half of nutmeg. So this is practically it for this. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave it overnight. We're gonna cover and leave it overnight. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, now the only thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover it for the next day to let it marinate a little bit more. And then after that, we will drain it using a cheesecloth so we can remove all this that you see on top of it. Okay, so I'll come back with the final result tomorrow, guys. Right? What do you think, guys?